You may say, but I've said positive things before and nothing changed. And I say, have you said them with repetition, with belief, with exact purpose, with conviction? And have you removed the contradicting words that cancel them out the next morning? The subconscious is not a magician. It is a mirror. It reflects what you speak most. And what you speak most is what you become. Now hear this final warning. If you do not command your mind before sleep, it will be commanded for you. The voices of fear, the voices of doubt, the opinions of the world, the sorrows of your past, they will fill the void if you do not fill it first. This is why so many live in cycles, because they end each day with fear, sleep with fear, and rise with fear, and never once speak what they want to receive. You are now different. Tonight and every night from this moment forward, you will speak your wealth. You will repeat your aim. You will command your fortune. And your subconscious, like faithful soil, will obey. Say this now and each night, my definite chief aim is before me. My riches are forming. I am calm. I am certain. I am ready to receive. Part 2. Night is the gateway to infinite intelligence. The average man thinks that once his eyes close and the room goes dark, his life enters pause. But the man of definite purpose knows better. He knows that when the conscious mind rests, the subconscious opens wider to infinite intelligence. And this is where the real work begins. This is the sacred hour. This is the moment of divine transaction. For at night, your conscious defenses are lowered. Your logic grows quiet. Your resistance fades. And what you speak in this hour does not get debated. It gets recorded. This is when the richest soil of the mind is ready. The seed that is sown here is not lost. It is carried, nourished, and multiplied. But the tragedy of most men is that they do not sow. They end their day with drift, with worry, with passive review of failure, and then they wonder why success eludes them by morning. I say to you, as I have said to countless men who later became titans, do not end your day with drift. End it with direction. Do not leave the gate to infinite intelligence open to chance. Walk through it with command. Your nighttime thoughts are the blueprint you hand over to the builder of your reality. The question is, what are you giving it to build? If you give it fear, you will awaken to more fear. If you give it poverty, it will multiply that poverty into your days. If you give it belief, definiteness, and a clear aim, it will align the hidden forces of the universe to your success. Before you sleep, give your mind orders. Be deliberate. Be exact. This is not the time for vague hope. This is the time for conscious instruction. I command you, introduce your nightly ritual. Speak your definite chief aim aloud. Feel its reality. Repeat it with certainty. Then affirm your belief. Say with conviction, I believe in my ability to turn this thought into wealth. And see the reward in your mind before your eyes close. Say it slowly. Say it with fire. Say it until your nerves burn with expectation, because that expectation is the proof that your subconscious has received it. Let us remember the example of Thomas Edison, a man who used this very principle with scientific clarity. Before retiring each night, he would pose problems, speak desires, and focus on solutions. And often upon waking, he would be struck with sudden insight, because he handed instruction to infinite intelligence, and it answered. His was not a passive faith, it was deliberate command. You must do the same. If you go to bed as a beggar in thought, you cannot rise as a king. But if you retire with vision, belief, and instruction, you awaken as a man who carries divine momentum. Do not let your last voice be the world's. Let it be yours. Let it be the voice of wealth. If the world gave you noise, give your mind silence. If the world gave you fear, give your soul fire. If the world gave you doubt, give your spirit dominion. Do not end your day in defeat. End it in dominion. Say this aloud as your day closes. My night hours are not idle, they are working. Infinite intelligence prepares my path while I rest. Do not go to bed like the common man. Do not surrender to sleep like the indifferent. Close your eyes as a commander hands over sacred instruction. Speak it clearly. Say, I end my day with purpose. I pass my vision into the invisible. I walk with the confidence that what I speak tonight shall shape my world by morning. Let your final thoughts not be scattered, but sacred. Not noisy, but noble. Not drifting, but definite. Tonight, say this one more time. I am connected to infinite intelligence. I speak what I seek. I command what I claim. My sleep is not rest. It is instruction. Let us continue. Part 3. Wealth comes to the man who commands it. Riches are not drawn to hesitation. They are not summoned by vague intention. Wealth comes to the man who commands it. Not through arrogance, but through spiritual authority. The man who speaks with certainty before he sleeps gives his subconscious no room to debate, no room to delay. Your subconscious mind is like an army, and you are the general. Each night, as the world turns silent and your conscious mind begins to yield, you must deliver orders. You must speak with finality. You must declare what is to be built, what is to be drawn, what is to be done. No empire was ever built by suggestion. No fortune was ever sustained by hoping. You must command, you must direct. You must speak as one who already possesses what he seeks. Repeat this to yourself. I do not ask for riches, I declare them. I do not wonder if I will be wealthy. I have already claimed it in thought, and what is claimed in thought becomes substance by law. Consider Henry Ford, a man who was ridiculed by experts, mocked by bankers, dismissed by manufacturers. They told him the mass automobile was impossible, but he held a vision, and more importantly, he repeated that vision until it became stronger than the voices of doubt. Each night, Ford would review the image in his mind, the working man driving a simple, affordable vehicle. He did not speak if it would happen. He spoke as though it had already occurred. And in doing so, he transferred the image into the vault of his subconscious. From there, it was passed upward to infinite intelligence and into reality. You must understand this clearly. Night is when orders are written on the soul. The day is for labor, but the night is for law. The night is when you command the invisible realm. It is when you hand your instructions to the architect of your tomorrow. Say this before sleep. I demand wealth of life, and I give service beyond expectation. I speak in authority, not in hope. I move by law, not by luck. The wealth you seek is not stationary, it is in motion, but your words determine its direction. When you speak with command, it is drawn to you. When you speak with fear, it turns from you. The language of wealth is decisiveness. The voice of prosperity is certainty. You are not begging the universe. You are partnering with it. You are not a spectator. You are a participant in the very laws that govern creation. But you must speak with discipline. You must end each day as a king gives orders to his court, not as a beggar hoping for crumbs. Each time you whisper doubt, you stall your blessing. Each time you repeat fear, you delay what is yours. But each night that you speak your chief aim aloud, each night you affirm belief, each night you see your wealth is already done, you bring the unseen closer to your hands. Command this. I am a commander of thought. I direct my subconscious to build in wealth. I give it no vague instruction. I speak with accuracy. I speak with obedience to law. Think not of this as fantasy. This is the mechanism by which all riches are created. Every fortune began as thought. Every palace was first a blueprint. Every gold mine was first a hunch, a desire, a repetition of a single vision carried with burning clarity. Tonight, as the world sleeps, you must awaken. Awaken your authority. Awaken your tongue. Awaken your destiny. Speak the vision. See the reward. Declare it not with weakness, but with fire. And above all, repeat it. Because what is not repeated is not believed, and what is not believed is never received. be done. Let us continue. Part 4, faith must be spoken aloud, especially at night. Faith, if it remains inside, dies in silence. It is not meant to remain hidden in the thoughts of man. Faith must be spoken aloud, especially when the world is quiet, the soul is still, and the gateway between mind and spirit is most open. This hour, before you sleep, is the proving ground of your belief. You may carry your goals all day in your mind, but if you do not give them verbal command, they fade like mist by morning. Faith must be spoken, not to others, but to yourself, in your own voice, through your own lungs, with words that build the bridge between invisible desire and visible reality. The subconscious does not accept what you merely think occasionally. It accepts what you declare repeatedly, with emotion, with clarity, and above all, with voice. Speech is the activating force. The man who believes but never speaks his belief holds the key to the vault, yet never opens the door. Let me make it plain. Every night before you sleep, you must declare your faith out loud. Say, I believe in myself. I believe in my definite purpose. I believe that riches are seeking me now because I am prepared to receive them. This must not be muttered. It must be spoken with conviction. The subconscious does not respond to passivity. It responds to emotional repetition. Your voice carries vibration. Your tone carries authority. Your words carry power. When you speak with belief, you begin the spiritual process of manifestation. Let us remember Abraham Lincoln, a man crushed by defeat, 8 elections lost, countless criticisms endured. But never once did he allow his tongue to curse his future. He never used his speech to plant fear. He held firm. He remained committed. He spoke the vision of union, of freedom, of perseverance, even when none could see it but him. You must do the same. You must not allow your final words at night to be those of anxiety or fatigue. If the body is tired, let the voice rise in power. Because the voice is what the subconscious remembers, not the physical state of your flesh. Even if your belief feels weak, speak it. Even if your circumstances look the opposite of your aim, declare it. For repetition is the remedy. Faith grows through saying what is not yet seen over and over until the unseen becomes substance. You do not wait for the feeling of belief to speak. You speak until belief begins to feel real. That is the law. That is the process by which all great men built fortunes, empires, revolutions, and immortal legacies. Say this tonight. Though my hands may be empty, my mind is full of wealth. Though my bank account be low, my faith is high. Though no man sees it yet, I have spoken it, and therefore it is forming. Every great achievement is first spoken in solitude. The crowd does not hear it. The bank does not confirm it. The neighbors do not recognize it, but the subconscious does, and infinite intelligence does, and in time the world will. Never let a day close without the confession of your faith. Speak it into the silence. Declare it over your doubts. Proclaim it until your entire nervous system responds with action. And let no man convince you that silence is humility. Silence in the face of your dream is fear wearing disguise. You were not born to whisper your destiny. You were born to declare it. Remember, if you do not speak faith, you will speak fear. And fear repeated becomes failure, but faith spoken becomes power. Here is your nightly formula. Do not let a single day pass without it. I believe I was born to achieve riches. I believe infinite intelligence guides me. I believe my definite chief aim is being fulfilled. I believe no delay is final and no failure is fatal. I believe I am becoming exactly who I was called to be. Say these 5 declarations. Say them until they are no longer words, but identity. Until they are not something you say, but something you are. Speak also this final word before closing your eyes. Faith is my final word today. I sleep with certainty. I wake with vision. Because how you sleep determines how you rise, and how you rise determines how you move, and how you move determines what you receive. I leave you with this command: say nothing faithless before you sleep. That is the hour of creation, and you must treat it as sacred. Part 5. The Night Ritual That Builds Millionaires. There is no such thing as chance in the building of a fortune. There is no luck in the making of a millionaire. The man who possesses wealth has been repeating a pattern, a system of thought, a structure of speech, a code of command, day and night, until riches had no choice but to respond. And I tell you now, that pattern begins each night before sleep. You cannot build a house without blueprints. You cannot forge a body without discipline. And you cannot form wealth without a nightly ritual that trains your subconscious mind to expect riches, believe in riches, command riches, and sustain riches when they arrive. Let this be your structure. Not for one day, not for a season, but for life. A ritual practiced nightly by those who rise silently while others drift. This is the night ritual that builds millionaires. It consists of 4 sacred actions, each one simple, yet supernatural in its power. Follow them with exactness, and the result is certain. Step 1, speak your definite chief aim. Say it aloud. Say it clearly. Say it slowly. Let no night pass where your soul does not hear your aim spoken with fire. The subconscious accepts the repeated word. It feeds on definiteness. It activates under pressure. A vague wish will be forgotten. A spoken aim, bold, specific, emotional, is etched into spiritual stone. Example: I will create a business that serves 1 million men. I will give more value than I receive. I will earn no less than $100,000 per month. I will reach this aim with faith, persistence, organized planning, and unwavering belief. You must craft this aim. You must speak this aim. You must own this aim. Without a definite chief aim, you are a ship without compass, a builder without plan, a man without destiny. Step 2, speak your faith. You must never lay your head upon your pillow without affirming belief in yourself and in the laws that govern your growth. Faith is not a feeling. It is a command. The more you speak it, the more real it becomes. This spoken faith builds mental immunity, strength against drift, and clarity against confusion. Say, I believe in myself. I believe infinite intelligence guides me. I believe riches are forming even when I cannot see them. I believe no obstacle can stand before a definite man. Even if your faith feels weak, speak it. Your words are planting what your emotions will catch up to. This is how belief is built, not by waiting, but by commanding. Step 3, visualize your reward. After you have spoken your aim and declared your belief, close your eyes. See the reward as complete. Walk through the result in your imagination. See the business running. See the account filled. See the doors opening. See it as done. This image, burned into the subconscious night after night, becomes a magnetic force drawing the result to you. Do not merely dream. Be specific. Walk the scene. Feel it. Hear the sounds. Know the texture of success. See the clients. Hear the conversations. Taste the meal you buy with wealth earned by service and belief. This mental image, when held with emotion and repetition, becomes your blueprint of destiny. Step 4, give thanks. The final step is not asking. It is gratitude. Gratitude is the seal that confirms belief. A man who is thankful before he receives is a man who truly believes he shall receive. Do not beg. Do not wish. Thank infinite intelligence as though the result were already in your hands. Say this: I thank you for my riches. I thank you for the guidance. I thank you for the reward forming even now. I thank you for the strength to obey the law. I thank you for the purpose that anchors me. Let this gratitude rise from your spirit, not because the result is in front of you, but because the law has been satisfied and the result must come. This 4-step ritual, spoken aim, declared belief, vivid visualization, and gratitude, is the nightly discipline of millionaires. No exceptions, no breaks, no deviations. It is not difficult. It is not time-consuming, but it is sacred. And the man who treats it as sacred shall rise while others sleep in confusion, because the world will soon reflect what you program in secret. Let me remind you of John D. Rockefeller, who grew up poor, unnoticed, yet built an empire so vast it shaped the economy. He was not loud. He was not flamboyant, but he was structured. His mind was ruled by definite thought. His days began and ended in clarity. His actions followed inner order. He obeyed the law silently, and fortune bowed before him publicly. This same law is in your hands, but it will not work casually. It will not work inconsistently. It will not work for the man who hopes. It works for the man who commands. Each night say this affirmation before your ritual. I do not hope for success. I instruct it. I do not wait for money. I am already rich in thought. I do not wish for favor. I walk in law. And then you repeat the steps. Step 1, speak your aim. Step 2, declare your belief. Step 3, visualize the result. Step 4, give thanks for the coming harvest. Repeat it with devotion. Repeat it when tired. Repeat it when discouraged. Repeat it until repetition becomes identity, because identity is the true builder of results, and identity is formed through ritual. Say nothing to the contrary. If you fail to do the ritual one night, do not speak defeat. Return to it the next. It is not perfection that matters. It is persistence. It is the burning refusal to drift. Say now in finality. Each night I train my mind for wealth. I command my riches. I declare my future. I visualize my reward. I give thanks in advance. I sleep not in fear, but in power. Part 6. Riches begin as thought and are strengthened through repetition. Every mansion you see was once an invisible picture. Every gold mine discovered was first imagined. Every dollar earned was first desired. Riches begin as thought. This is the first truth, but it is not the final step. Thought alone is not enough. Only repeated thought becomes reality. A single idea, no matter how inspired, will vanish if it is not reinforced. The mind forgets what is not repeated. But what you repeat day and night with clarity and emotion takes root. And what takes root in the subconscious will express itself in your life as form, condition, and circumstance. This is the most overlooked truth in all success.